Hello, lovelies. Earlier, I recorded a reading for the upcoming week and with Jane, and I am being pulled to come back and look at this again. So I've laid out a reading, and let's take a look and see where it goes. After I'm done with the Smith Rider-Waite, I will do the predictions deck from Trish James, the Oracle deck. I just feel like there's more to be said about what we can expect this week. So let us begin with the initial card here is the Hierophant in reverse. Um, we're going to be feeling very vulnerable this coming week. The, this is we're coming up on the Ides of March. If you if you're listening to any of the incredible astrologers on YouTube, and there are quite a few of them, great ones, Cosmic Owl and the Professional Aquarian, Kathy Beale, Dabney Lawler, Dr. Vicky Scorbo, and who am I missing? Denise Knight does great ones as well. Andre with Linda G is where I met him. They're all really fantastic astrologers. So if you want to get a good sense of what's coming this week, oh, Somatic Money is another one. Uh, Check any of their channels out, and I'll put that list down below in the more sections so that you can find them easily. But they've all talked about how this coming week is a hot mess express for astrological energy. So there's two planets in retrograde, which changes the way we communicate. If you are Semitic Money yesterday said, Dana said, to make a pact with your partner that if you guys get snappy with each other, that you apologize and you walk away and you go, to your own corners or your own rooms, but you reconnect and you say, I'm sorry and I love you and all that jazz. Lean your head in and pay attention to what's going on around you. But as much as possible, you know, perhaps don't talk a lot. Don't do lunch or dinner with somebody who's super important, um, who has a great deal of, you know, make or break power in your life. Okay. Anyway, so we are starting the week off by feeling vulnerable. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I believe, are those particularly vulnerable days when lots of astrological energy is shifting around and moving. And anyway, all right, crossed by the Five of Swords. Whenever I look at this card, the arrogance on this one is so strong. He's got two swords in his hands. There are in one hand, another in the other hand, two on the ground, and only two people walking away, which means that they beat a couple of other people, three other people, and they're stealing off with the spoils. They've won the fight, and yet at what cost? Clearly, we don't know if, no, I don't want to go down that road with this one. I feel like that vulnerability is crossed by that arrogance of somebody who's won the fight at our expense. And I'll let you take it from there. I'm not a fan of reading between the lines. But in this instance, I'm gonna let you read between the lines and figure out who that sword holder is right here, the arrogant one. I bet you could pick a name out of a hat. Okay. At the base of the reading is the sun reversed, and this is, the angst and the unhappiness and the um just that general feeling of constant upheaval and not knowing which way to turn, what's coming next, that insecure feeling. Energy passing away. I'm kind of really glad to see this in the energy passing away position because I don't know about you, but it's been kind of anxious. Yeah, Nine of Swords, upright, lots of sleepless nights, lots of anxiety, lots of fear and worry, and that, connected to that sun energy, what's happening, what's coming down the pipe next. Um, so I'm happy to see that in the passing away position. Overarching energy is the hermit, and we have to be introspective. Did I play a role in what happened, and if so, how? But also, these are all the people lighting the way to change. Hopefully change for the good, change for the greatness of the people, for the highest and greatest good of the people. There we go. Um, this is, this, wow, this is a change maker. Hmm, as well. I don't know why I feel like that. I feel like I said that was a change maker. I've never associated the hermit as being a change maker energy. And I don't know why I'm saying that right now. Very interesting. Okay. Energy coming to bear is the Three of Hearts, or Three of Swords. So, there's a couple meanings that I could apply to this. One is it could be our own feeling of sadness and feeling like we've been betrayed and stabbed in the back. But also, this could be a health event um, for this person right here. I do a modified Celtic cross instead of going bottom to top. I go top to bottom. Usually I'll do a 0 to 3 month, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 month reading. But since this is just for the upcoming week, I'm not doing those extra rows. Okay. So, um, at the top of the line is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And we are a stubborn bunch of people. And that's going to be in our benefit. We don't have to take this. We don't have to take this. Together, we're incredibly powerful. Others see us as the Ace of Wands reversed. And this is that sense of delay. It's almost like the minor arcana of the Hanged Man with this card being in reverse. Just that sense of stagnation. And I do feel like that. Like we all know, or strongly speculate, allegedly, what happened to get people where they are in this administration. I'm being very careful with my words right now. Yes, I am. And so it just feels like there's a delay after delay after delay of getting that resolved. Okay. Hopes and fears of the future is the Knight of Knight of Wands. I don't know about you, but there's a whole lot of people hoping that our Savior's going to ride in on a horse and take care of us. And, you know, please come save me. Sorry. No, we need to save ourselves. Like, there's nobody here to save us. We're it. And now I've just messed up my hair. Um, like we can combine our energies together and be the savior that we want somebody else to be. Nobody's coming to save us. Life doesn't work that way. And at the end of the week, what we're going to see is the Six of Wands in reverse. Um, we're still going to have a lot of fear. We're still going to have a lot of apprehension. We're still going to have a lot of doubts. So, in that sense, not much different than today. But with that said, I kind of went a little further and said, all right, what's going to happen? Because this is the Ides of March and because this is um, all of that astrological energy is happening. As I said before, we are our own saviors. We're the ones who have to get into the fight and we have to give it the energy. Because if we don't, then nothing's going to happen. Nothing is going to change. And along with that is the death in reverse. And I'm sorry, this was the Six of Swords in the upright position. Along with that is death in reverse. And again, there's that sense of stalled action, stalled activity. Um, I'll leave that there. And then we have the devil in reverse, and we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This one is actually good, the devil in reverse, because all of those contracts or agreements or bondage, they're all reversed. And you may still have a chain or two around a link or two of that chain on you, but you're still no longer tied to the devil. You got your soul back. That's a pretty good thing if you ask me. Um, the Knight of Cups reversed, whatever information we get on this is not going to be all of it. We're going to get partial truths, or we're not going to get any of it, not any truth. We'll be told lies or lies by omission. And as I hope you all know, and when there is a vacuum of information, we fill that. We fill it with speculation. Great example of this is last week, the felon in the White House had a big bruise on the back of his hand. And because they didn't come out and discuss why he had a big bruise on the back of his hand, or at least not with truthful information, what they told us was he probably got it from shaking too many hands. Um, no. My experience with the healthcare field is that he got it likely from an IV stick, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. And so whatever happens this week, if something happens to this one, this one, we're not going to know about it. We're not going to get the truth, or at least not the whole truth. Par for the course. All right, so that's where I'm at with this. We're kind of passing away from that stress, and I'm good with that. I don't know about you, but I'm good with that. Um, we either have that feeling, that sense of betrayal, or there's a health issue with the heart. And remember that a stroke is part of the cardiovascular system. So that could absolutely be heart. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to shuffle my predictions deck and lay some cards out, and I'll be right back. Okay. Hmm. So these are the Trish James prediction deck and TRISHEJAIMES Oracles, ORACLES.com is her website if you're interested. Wow. So we have a king holding on to power, or at least he wants to think he's a king. And please note, he has this little ball looks like actually a bomb. The flower here is off the jacket, but that ball, mm, I don't know what that's made of. To me, looks like a little bomb. And this was all planned. Who does that remind you of? Who does that remind you of? Again, it's a read between the lines moment, sorry. But this is us. This is uprising rebellion. This is us. This is us being our own savior. This is us coming to our own rescue. So that is regarding the felon and the star boy and the Veterans March on March 14th. This is part of that Veterans March. Now, these two are interesting. Um, Australia had a cyclone this week, and there was a lot of damage from it. And they're going to need some assistance to get over that, to recover from that, I should say, to rebuild, and like people's lives are turned upside down, just like, yeah. Anyway, and this is a part that's concerning to me. Something is mutating and spreading, and there's a potential for a pandemic or health crisis. There's been a really rough flu going around. Measles. And the measles are happening. The measles, we've had several children have died now because of the measles. It is, yeah, it's an issue. So, um, if you have kids, please get them vaccinated, because I would hate to see anybody to lose their child to something that is easily, easily managed. Okay, so that is my part two of the upcoming week. I hope that it maybe clarifies some things. Um, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'm so grateful that you are here. Thank you so much. A big shout out again. I know I've said this in a couple other videos that I've recorded. Today is March 8th, Saturday. I've said this a couple other times. Thank you, David and Gary and David from Twin Tarot and Tarot by the Bay. I'm so appreciative of your shout out for us and the and bringing people, bringing our channel to people's attention. Grateful for that. If you are a new follower, thank you for being here. And if you are just watching videos and you're liking what you see, please do consider subscribing, and liking and commenting on our videos. I appreciate all your time. Please know that you are made of magic and stardust, that you are more powerful than you know, and that you are profoundly loved. All right. I hope you have a wonderful week. See you in the next video. Bye now.